India's startup ecosystem has been booming in recent years, with entrepreneurs leveraging technology and innovation to solve unique challenges. Platforms like Shark Tank India have spotlighted many of these emerging companies, giving them the opportunity to pitch in front of experienced investors. But what happens after the deal is made? Or in some cases, after the deal falls through? Some startups have experienced explosive growth, while others have faced obstacles that even the sharks couldn't predict. In this video, we'll explore the post-Shark Tank journeys of 10 Indian startups, examining their successes, struggles, and the lessons learned along the way. Welcome to the AI Lib. Skippy Ice Pops burst onto the Indian startup scene in 2021, riding a wave of nostalgia for frozen treats. Founded by Ravi Kabra and his wife Anuja, the idea for the company came when Ravi's sister, after a trip to Australia, packed ice pops in her suitcase to bring back to India. This quirky moment led Ravi to realize a glaring gap in the Indian market. There wasn't a single prominent ice popsicle brand in the country. Seizing the opportunity, Ravi and Anuja set up Skippy Ice Pops in Hyderabad, targeting a niche that nobody else was tapping into. Their goal wasn't just to sell a product, it was to evoke emotions. Ice popsicles hold a special place in many people's childhoods, and Skippy aimed to bring that sense of nostalgia back to life in a new, commercial format. Their appearance on Shark Tank India during its first season was a game-changer. The pitch struck a chord with all the sharks, and Skippy secured an all-shark deal, Indian rupee 1 crore for 15% equity. At the time of the show, Skippy's monthly sales were around 4 to 7 Indian rupees lakh, but the exposure and endorsement from the sharks provided a massive boost. Within 5 months of the episode airing, their monthly revenue had skyrocketed to Indian rupee 2.8 crore, a nearly 40x jump. What made Skippy's Ice Pops so special? It wasn't just the nostalgia factor. Their product hit multiple key points: affordable, available in a variety of flavors, and most importantly, aligned with modern consumer taste for quick, refreshing snacks. They managed to create a brand that resonated across different age groups, from children to adults who fondly remembered the ice pops of their youth. Yet, the rapid rise also comes with its own set of challenges. Skippy's initial success is undeniable, but the key question now is, can they sustain it? The fast-moving consumer goods (FMCG) market is notoriously competitive, and trends can change quickly. The company needs to diversify its product offerings to avoid becoming a one-hit wonder. Additionally, scaling operations to meet growing demand while maintaining product quality and distribution efficiency will be crucial. The story of Skippy Ice Pops highlights the power of combining nostalgia with smart branding and innovative product design. While their initial success has been impressive, the long-term sustainability of their business will depend on how well they can continue to innovate and stay relevant in an ever-changing market. Revamp Moto is another standout startup from Shark Tank India, known for its unique take on electric mobility. Founded in 2020 by Jess Tope, Pritesh Mahajan, and Pushkraj Salan, this Nashik-based company sought to address a specific gap in the electric vehicle (EV) market: affordable, customizable EVs for small businesses and delivery services. When they appeared on Shark Tank India, Revamp Moto presented 2 flagship products, the RM Mitra and the RM Buddy 25. These electric bikes were designed not just for individual use, but for commercial purposes. What made them unique was their modular design, which allowed small businesses to customize the bikes for specific tasks, whether it was delivering food, carrying goods, or running errands. This adaptability made them stand out from the growing number of EV startups in India. At the time of their pitch, Revamp Moto was still in the prototype stage, but they had already secured pre-orders worth 50 Indian rupees lakh. The founders were seeking funding to move from prototype to production and scale their operations. The sharks were impressed by the potential of Revamp Moto, particularly its focus on utility and customization, 2 key factors that could give them an edge in the crowded EV market. They ended up securing a deal worth 1 Indian rupee crore for 1.5% equity, a significant endorsement for a company still in its early stages. Since their appearance on Shark Tank, Revamp Moto has made notable progress. In September 2023, they announced the launch of their production line, with plans to start delivering their electric bikes by November. This marked a major milestone for the company, as they transitioned from a promising startup with a prototype to a fully operational business. Their goal for 2024 is to sell 40,000 bikes, a bold target that will require efficient production and marketing strategies. However, like many manufacturing startups, Revamp Moto faces significant challenges as they scale. Production delays are a common issue in the EV sector, and the company will need to navigate supply chain complexities and potential regulatory hurdles to meet its ambitious sales goals. Moreover, the Indian EV market is becoming increasingly competitive, with both domestic and international players vying for a share of the pie. While Revamp Moto's focus on small businesses sets them apart, they will need to continuously innovate to stay ahead of the competition. The success of Revamp Moto will ultimately depend on how well they can balance scaling their production with maintaining the quality and affordability that their products are known for. Their customizable bikes offer a unique value proposition, but they will need to prove that they can deliver on their promises at scale. If they succeed, Revamp Moto could play a significant role in shaping the future of electric mobility for India's small businesses. Flatheads, a Bengaluru-based D2C, direct-to-consumer, footwear brand, brought a story of resilience and transparency to Shark Tank India Season 2. Founded in 2019 by Ganesh Balakrishnan and Utkarsh Biradar, the brand sought to provide lightweight, eco-friendly sneakers designed specifically for India's weather conditions. Their pitch on Shark Tank captivated audiences not just because of their innovative product, but also due to the personal and vulnerable story shared by Ganesh, who faced significant business challenges at the time. When Ganesh appeared on the show, Flatheads was struggling despite having generated 3.4 Indian rupees crore in revenue in FY22. The company's high marketing costs, along with poor financial management, had left them in a precarious position. Flatheads had already burned through $1.7 million in funding, and Ganesh was personally financing the company's operations out of his own pocket. This wasn't just a business on the brink. It was a story of an entrepreneur determined to fight for his dream. Ganesh sought 75 Indian rupees lakh for 3% equity, but the Sharks were hesitant. They were concerned about the company's financial health and weren't convinced that Flatheads could recover from its precarious position. While he didn't secure the deal he had hoped for, Ganesh's pitch touched the hearts of viewers across India. His openness about the company's struggles resonated with the audience, and within 2 days of the episode airing, Flatheads sold out its entire inventory. This viral success was a testament to the power of authenticity and vulnerability in business. But Flathead's journey didn't end there. In July 2023, the company was acquired by another D2C fashion brand, Stitched, in an all-equity deal. The acquisition provided Flatheads with a much-needed lifeline, allowing them to restructure and relaunch the brand. By November 2023, Flatheads had relaunched its product line, with Ganesh starting his entrepreneurial journey from scratch once again. The story of Flatheads is one of perseverance. Despite facing immense challenges, Ganesh refused to give up. His ability to be transparent about his struggles won him public support, and the company's acquisition has given them a second chance to succeed in a highly competitive market. The key lesson from Flathead's journey is that even when things seem hopeless, resilience and authenticity can open unexpected doors. Ganesh's determination to rebuild Flatheads from the ground up serves as an inspiration to entrepreneurs everywhere. Alli Lifestyle, founded by Ishita Biswas in 2017, stood out on Shark Tank India as a Kolkata-based skincare brand that successfully blended e-commerce with educational content. The startup's core appeal was its combination of high-quality skincare products with personalized advice and workshops delivered through social media. Ishita, the founder, used her own social media platforms to drive sales and build a strong customer base, offering masterclasses and live workshops to attract potential customers. By the time Ishita appeared on the first season of Shark Tank India, Alli Lifestyle was generating monthly sales between 10 to 12 Indian rupees lakh. However, the business was heavily reliant on her personal brand and social media influence, making scalability a significant challenge. Ishita recognized the need for more robust marketing strategies and operational support to grow the business beyond its existing model. On the show, Ishita pitched her brand with confidence and secured a deal with Namita Thapar, who invested 75 Indian rupees lakh for 15% equity in Alli Lifestyle. Namita's expertise in marketing and scaling businesses proved to be a valuable asset, and within a few months of the investment, Alli Lifestyle's monthly sales had tripled to 30 to 37 Indian rupees lakh. This rapid growth was a testament to the power of mentorship and strategic investment, as the brand expanded its reach beyond Ishita's personal social media following. But with growth came new challenges. Alli Lifestyle, like many influencer-driven businesses, faced the risk of being too dependent on its founder's personal brand. As the company grew, it needed to establish a more sustainable and diversified marketing strategy that could operate independently of Ishita's direct involvement. This meant building a broader brand identity and expanding its reach through multiple channels, including influencer partnerships, digital marketing campaigns, and collaborations with other brands. Moreover, the skincare market in India is highly competitive, with both domestic and international brands vying for consumer attention. For Alli Lifestyle to maintain its growth trajectory, it needed to continuously innovate its product offerings and stay ahead of emerging trends in the beauty and wellness industry. The company's focus on providing personalized skincare solutions, backed by educational content, gave it a unique edge, but sustaining that differentiation required constant adaptation and innovation. Alli Lifestyle's story is a powerful example of how social media can be leveraged to build a successful business, especially in the beauty and skincare sector. Ishita's ability to connect with her audience on a personal level was key to the brand's initial success, but scaling that success required more than just social media influence. With Namita's guidance and a clear focus on expanding the business model, Alli Lifestyle has the potential to become a major player in India's skincare market. Hood, launched in 2021 by Abhishek Anand, Deepak Kumar, and Gaurav Singh, was pitched as India's answer to Reddit, a pseudonymous social media platform designed to encourage open, honest conversations. The goal was to create a space where users could engage freely without the pressures of identity, making it a digital haven for candid discussions. When Hood's founders appeared on Shark Tank India in its second season, they made a bold request: a valuation of 600 Indian rupees crore for their fledgling platform. The valuation shocked the sharks, especially considering Hood had only been live for a short period. However, the founders highlighted some impressive numbers. They had managed to onboard 500,000 users within just 45 days of launch. This rapid growth was further supported by the backing of prominent angel investors, including Vijay Shekhar Sharma, founder of Paytm, and Kunal Shah, founder of Cred. Despite these achievements, the sharks were skeptical. While Hood had managed to attract users, the platform's engagement rates were not as high as the founders implied, and the high valuation seemed more aspirational than reflective of actual business performance. Eventually, Aman Gupta and Piyush Bansal made an offer, but at a much lower valuation, Indian rupee 112 crore, the same valuation as Hood's previous funding round. The deal was a compromise, but it seemed like a solid step forward for Hood. However, as is often the case with Shark Tank deals, what's agreed upon on TV doesn't always materialize in real life. Almost a year after the episode aired, one of Hood's co-founders, Abhishek Anand, revealed on social media that the deal hadn't closed. This delay highlighted a broader issue with Shark Tank India. Some founders felt that the show prioritized drama and entertainment over the business negotiations. Despite these frustrations, Hood continued to operate and grow. The company's focus on pseudonymous interactions resonated with users, especially those seeking a platform free from the identity pressures found on other social networks. However, to sustain growth, Hood faces the challenge of increasing user engagement and monetizing the platform effectively. Simply having users isn't enough. Those users need to stay engaged and find value in the platform to justify its lofty valuation. In June 2022, Abhishek shared his thoughts on the challenges of building a startup in the public eye. While Hood has potential, the question remains whether they can turn that potential into a sustainable business. With the competition in the social media space intensifying, Hood will need to find a way to differentiate itself and build a loyal, active user base if it hopes to justify its ambitious goals. Phall Lama is a Bangalore-based startup that aimed to simplify the way people manage their medications. Founded in 2020 by Arjun Rangan and Rajat Garg, Phall Lama offered a unique solution for elderly patients and individuals with complex medication regimens. The company provided personalized, pre-sorted medication packs that made it easier for patients to take their prescribed medications on time and in the correct dosage. The packs included detailed information such as the patient's name, dosage instructions, and intake times, which significantly reduced the risk of medication errors, particularly for elderly patients who often rely on caregivers. When Arjun and Rajat appeared on Shark Tank India Season 2, their pitch immediately caught the sharks' attention. The simplicity and practicality of their solution, combined with the massive market potential, made Phall Lama an attractive investment. The sharks were especially impressed by the company's focus on the elderly, a demographic that often struggles with medication management. Phall Lama's product was seen as a potential game-changer in the healthcare sector, and the startup secured an all-shark deal. At the time of their appearance on Shark Tank, Phall Lama was already performing well, with a growing customer base and talks of a potential acquisition by Flipkart. However, things took a sharp turn in March 2023 when the South Chemist and Distributors Association issued a legal notice against Phall Lama, accusing the company of operating illegally. The association claimed that Phall Lama's practice of repackaging medications into personalized packs violated the Drugs and Cosmetics Act, which prohibits the sale of drugs without their original packaging. This legal challenge put the future of Phall Lama in jeopardy. The association argued that repackaging medications could lead to adulteration, posing a risk to patients. For Phall Lama, this was a critical hurdle, as their entire business model relied on repackaging medications in a way that was both safe and convenient for their customers. The legal notice also brought attention to the broader regulatory challenges faced by startups in the healthcare sector, where compliance with strict laws and regulations is crucial. While the legal case was still ongoing at the time of writing, Phall Lama's situation underscores the complexities of operating in a highly regulated industry like healthcare. Even with a great product and strong market demand, startups must navigate a maze of regulations, and any misstep can have serious consequences. Phall Lama's future will depend on how they handle these legal challenges and whether they can adapt their business model to comply with Indian regulations. Despite these setbacks, Phall Lama's core idea remains strong. There's a clear need for better medication management solutions in India, particularly for elderly patients, and if Phall Lama can resolve its legal issues, the company has the potential to grow significantly. For now, however, the company's journey is a reminder that even the most innovative startups must tread carefully when dealing with regulations in sectors like healthcare. Moonshinemery is a fascinating example of a startup blending tradition with modern entrepreneurship. Founded in 2018 by Nitin Vishwas and Rohan Rihani, Moonshinemery claims to be Asia's first meadery, a company that produces and sells mead, one of the world's oldest alcoholic beverages made from fermented honey. The idea for the company came when Nitin, while on a flight, read about a meadery in London, the first in over 500 years. Intrigued, he and Rohan decided to experiment with mead in India, initially brewing small batches in their garage. By 2020, Moonshinemery had grown beyond its humble beginnings, generating 3.5 Indian rupees crore in revenue and distributing their mead in Maharashtra and Goa. When they appeared on Shark Tank India during the first season, their business was already gaining momentum. However, the founders were looking for additional capital to expand into new markets across India. The pitch was intense, with all the sharks showing interest in the company. Moonshine even secured an all-shark offer at one point, but then lost it after countering the sharks' original terms. Despite not closing a deal on the show, the exposure helped Moonshinemery gain widespread recognition. Soon after their appearance on Shark Tank, the company raised $2.7 million in external funding, allowing them to expand their operations significantly. By 2022, Moonshine had entered new markets, including Karnataka, Rajasthan, and Gurugram, and their revenue had grown fivefold to 18 Indian rupees crore. Their success story is not just about the product, but about how they managed to tap into a unique niche. Mead, though relatively unknown in India, appealed to consumers looking for something different from the usual beers, wines, and spirits. With a wide range of flavors, including traditional and experimental varieties like coffee mead, Moonshinemery successfully differentiated itself in the crowded alcohol market. However, Moonshine's journey has not been without challenges. The alcoholic beverage industry is highly regulated in India, and each state has its own set of rules regarding the production, distribution, and sale of alcohol. This means that expanding into new regions is a slow and complex process, requiring significant resources and careful navigation of regulatory hurdles. Additionally, the founders have had to work hard to educate the Indian market about mead. a product that, until recently, most people had never heard of. Despite these obstacles, Moonshinemery has established itself as a pioneer in the Indian alcoholic beverage market. Their ability to balance innovation with tradition has allowed them to create a product that not only appeals to niche consumers, but also has the potential for mass appeal. As they continue to expand, Moonshine's founders are betting on mead becoming a popular choice for Indian consumers, much like craft beer has in recent years. In a YouTube interview following their Shark Tank appearance, the founders revealed that their primary motivation for going on the show was to gain publicity, and they succeeded in doing just that. The massive exposure helped propel Moonshinemery into the limelight, setting the stage for their rapid growth in the years to come. Sid07 Designs, founded by Siddharth Gupta in 2018, was an ambitious project aimed at creating a lab for innovation and product development. The idea behind SID07 Designs was to design and patent unique products, which could then be licensed to other companies for production and commercialization. In essence, Siddharth envisioned his startup as a hub for invention, where he and his team could solve everyday problems through ingenious product design. When Siddharth appeared on Shark Tank India during the first season, however, the company was in a rough spot. Sid07 Designs was barely generating 1 Indian rupee lakh in monthly sales, and Siddharth's licensing model hadn't panned out the way he had hoped. Although he had managed to develop several innovative products, such as portable desk solutions and other utility-based items, the company was struggling to scale and turn a profit. During his pitch, Siddharth showcased some of his inventions to the Sharks, but the reception was mixed. While the ideas behind the products were interesting, some of the Sharks felt that the designs lacked the uniqueness needed to make a big impact in the market. Despite these concerns, Piyush Bansal made Siddharth an offer, Indian rupee 25 lakh for 75% equity in the company, with an additional 25 Indian rupees lakh in debt. The catch was that Siddharth would have to focus exclusively on solving problems and creating products assigned by Piyush, essentially becoming a part of the Lenskart ecosystem. Although the offer was far from what Siddharth had initially sought, he had asked for 47 Indian rupees lakh for 10% equity. He accepted Piyush's deal, but as it turns out, the deal wasn't quite what it seemed. After the episode aired, Siddharth shared on a podcast that the handshake deal he made with Piyush had changed behind the scenes. While he didn't disclose the exact details, Siddharth implied that he retained more control over his company than the initial agreement suggested. Today, Siddharth's LinkedIn profile lists him as a technical consultant at Lenskart, which seems to confirm that he is working closely with Piyush. However, the fate of SID07 Designs remains somewhat unclear. While Siddharth still owns the company, it's not entirely clear what direction the startup is heading in or whether the licensing model has been successfully revived. The company's struggles highlight the challenges that many inventors face when trying to turn great ideas into commercially viable products. Alli Lifestyle, founded by Rohit Nandwani in 2019, is a D2C, direct-to-consumer, electronics brand that offers a range of lifestyle products, including smartwatches, wireless earbuds, and fitness trackers. At first glance, Hammer seemed to be following in the footsteps of Boat Lifestyle, one of India's most successful consumer electronics brands. In fact, the similarities between Hammer and Boat were so striking that when Rohit pitched his company on Shark Tank India, Aman Gupta, the co-founder of Boat, decided to take a bold approach. During the pitch, Aman made it clear that he didn't want Hammer to compete directly with Boat. Instead, he offered to invest 1 Indian rupee crore for a 40% stake in Alli Lifestyle, with the understanding that Rohit would pivot the company away from Boat's core product categories. Aman saw an opportunity to reduce competition while helping Hammer grow in a different direction, perhaps into categories like electric toothbrushes or other lifestyle products that wouldn't directly clash with Boat's offerings. At first, Rohit agreed to the deal. The other Sharks, however, were skeptical, with some feeling that Rohit was selling out too quickly. They believed he was underestimating his own potential and that he could have stood his ground against Boat, rather than taking a deal that limited Hammer's product scope. Despite this criticism, the deal was agreed upon on the show. However, after the episode aired, Rohit had a change of heart. He decided to back out of the deal with Aman and continue growing Hammer independently. This decision proved to be a turning point for the company. The exposure from Shark Tank helped Alli Lifestyle gain significant public attention, and in the months following the episode, Hammer achieved remarkable success. On one particular day, the company even generated 1 Indian rupee crore in revenue, a record for the brand. By the end of FY23, Hammer had reached 30 Indian rupees crore in annual revenue, 6 times its pre-Shark Tank sales. This incredible growth was a testament to Rohit's decision to stick to his original vision for the company. Rather than bowing to the pressure of competing against a giant like Boat, Rohit chose to carve out his own path in the consumer electronics market, focusing on building a loyal customer base and delivering high-quality products. The story of Hammer Lifestyle is a reminder that startups should not be afraid to take risks and stand up to larger competitors. While partnering with a bigger player can offer short-term benefits, sometimes the best course of action is to trust in your own vision and take the path less traveled. Rohit's decision to back out of the deal with Aman Gupta ultimately allowed Hammer to grow beyond what anyone, including the Sharks, had expected. Online Live Learning, OLL, founded by Shaunak Dugga in 2020, is an edtech platform designed to help students learn skills outside the traditional curriculum. Shaunak, who was just 15 when he started the company, focused on creating a platform that offered live sessions on a wide range of topics, from arts and crafts to coding and entrepreneurship. By the time Shaunak appeared on Shark Tank India Season 2, OLL was generating 2 Indian rupees crore in annual revenue and had become profitable, a remarkable achievement for such a young entrepreneur. During his pitch, Shaunak impressed the Sharks with his confidence and vision for the future of education. OLL's approach was unique because it focused on extracurricular learning rather than traditional subjects like math, science, or English. The platform's goal was to provide students with the tools they needed to explore their passions and develop skills that would help them in the real world. Shaunak secured a deal with Namita Thapar and Piyush Bansal, who invested 30 Indian rupees lakh for a 5% stake in the company. However, the deal didn't go as smoothly as expected. In a later interview, Shaunak revealed that the due diligence process for the investment took over 6 months, a snail's pace for a fast-growing company like OLL. Frustrated with the slow progress, Shaunak eventually decided to move on and raise funds from other investors. By the time the Sharks were ready to invest, OLL had already raised capital at a valuation 3 times higher than the one offered on Shark Tank. Despite the delays, OLL continued to thrive. By 2023, the platform was being used by over 20,000 students daily, and the company had grown its annual revenue to 12 Indian rupees crore at a valuation of 50 Indian rupees crore. OLL's success underscores the growing demand for non-traditional education platforms in India, particularly as more parents and students seek alternatives to the rigid structure of conventional schooling. Shaunak's entrepreneurial journey also highlights the challenges of dealing with investors and the importance of timing in the startup world. While Shark Tank India provided valuable exposure, the slow pace of the investment process ultimately led Shaunak to seek funding elsewhere. His decision to trust his instincts and keep pushing forward allowed OLL to grow faster than it might have under the terms of the original deal. In the end, OLL's growth is a testament to the power of innovation in the education sector. By offering students a chance to learn skills that are often overlooked in traditional classrooms, OLL is helping to shape the future of education in India. Shaunak's vision for a more holistic approach to learning has resonated with both students and parents, and the company's rapid growth shows that there is a strong demand for this kind of platform. So, what do you think? Can startups truly thrive long-term with the exposure and deals they get from platforms like Shark Tank? Or is it more about what they do after the cameras stop rolling? Can these businesses scale and compete with industry giants, or will they be outpaced by market dynamics? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future updates. Check out the videos appearing on your screen right now for more insights and stories from the world of technology. This is the AI Lib. Stay tuned.